This is always ready, Matt Cardona, the internet champion and the host of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. But there's another podcast I want you to check out, and that is the Crash and Burn Podcast. Check it out every single episode. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, do all that fun stuff, and you never know. Maybe one day you'll see the Crash and Burn Podcast take on the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast in the middle of the ring. And you know who's going to win? Me. Because you guys, you're not always ready. Crash and Burn!
Starting the recording. Oh, hey guys. Hi. Welcome to the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. I try to make this intro as interesting as possible, but hey, I'm just here existing. I'm just hosting because why the fuck not? But today is our review on today's Elimination Chamber premium live event or a pay-per-view, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because WWE is just out of their minds, like me.
So in Saudi Arabia. Well,
yeah. They were in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, in the Jeddah Supper Dome.
In the Silver Dome.
Yeah, but let's bring everybody in here. You guys know me. I am a shitfuck. Jason Bailey. Moving on to Mr. Joshua Denker.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I don't know why he's talking like he's having a fucking stroke in here. I don't know.
Yeah, hi.
Are you alright there?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's alright. We have to check on this. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It is your boy, the Assassin, Josh Denker here. Welcome back to the fastest rising podcast in pro wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. What a coincidence that we're reviewing the pay-per-view that happened today in the same day. How coincidence? What
this is the first time we've actually done something like that.
But honestly, I'm pretty excited to review this pay-per-view. I have mixed thoughts about it, which we're going to get on to. Before we get on to it, please applaud Jason's stupid comedy. Anyway, Let's get this episode started. I have some matches that I have some awesome thoughts on, some not. We'll see. Let's get into everybody here. Let's move on to the next person in this episode.
Hulk Hogan.
I do not wish that will ever happen.
Anyways, next up we'll bring a King Wyatt.
God, why's your voice
I
so
thought
high?
Jaden would be next, but yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the fastest rising podcast, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. I just got home from another show tonight. Definitely a jam-packed event. Definitely a great show we've had. I got to manage the main event. I'm sorry if my voice is cracking because I am lost my voice because I've had a long day today and a long night. I promise I won't sleep on this episode. But yeah, we are recapping the Elimination Chamber, which was actually a solid show. So I'll pass to the next person.
And we will pass it to Mr. Jaden Addison. The Sky. Where's AJ so he can fucking twirl around like you did in the previous episode?
I don't know where AJ is.
Like, what's up, everyone? And then he dances around. Well, anyways, let's get to Elimination Chamber WWE Wrestle Show shit.
Are you good there, my guy?
All right, that's it, Josh. Come here. Anyways, hi.
Guys, here's what AJ's doing. There's what AJ's doing right now.
Yeah, he is sleeping.
He is sleeping in this universe. Anyways, let's get on to the cards, shall we? And Jason, move your face away from the goddamn camera.
I'm gonna be close to the camera the entire episode because
No,
I don't want you all to miss the
entire
What?
viewership.
Yo,
entire episode.
what? As Brock Lesnar would say, you want me to get naked for you?
Anyways, let's get to the show right now. First up, we have the pre-show match. We have Rey Mysterio defeating Michael Gregory Mizanin.
The Miz.
The Miz. I want to go first on this.
This is a match that existed. There were a lot of moves and shit in a way that it affected my eyes.
Are you okay there, buddy?
This match started from moves that existed. They are good talent.
Yes.
Veterans in this company and shit. What the fuck am I doing this episode?
They are very good talent. Just say your real thoughts.
And America. This was just an American match. So yeah,
Oh my god!
It was okay. Go ahead, King.
Yes, King.
It just fucking pisses me off that they would have fucking Rey Mysterio and The Miz be on the goddamn pre-show. Like, two of the most greatest wrestlers of the 21st century fighting on the goddamn pre-show. Why are the Usos and the Viking Raiders on the damn pre-show? Because they're pre-show material. Because, But with Rey Mysterio and The Miz, I actually enjoyed the match, though. Saudi was not going to let Rey down because, Saudi loves their baby faces to win and all. But I'm happy with the result. I remember I saw before the match cutting a promo saying, wow, Miz was saying, wow, Dominic, you're taller than your dad. Is Eddie your real father?
Now that's fucked up because they shouldn't have.
Yeah, because remember when Rey and Eddie had their match at SummerSlam for the custody of Dominic.
And don't worry. Let Eddie Guerrero rest in peace.
Let him rest.
I love you, Eddie.
Here's Lucas.
But yeah, I'm good with the winner, and that's all I'm going to say.
Same, but it didn't make sense why it's on the pre-show. But here's Lucas. He says, I'm going to say it like him. It was all right. I wanted Miz to win.
You don't want to mock this.
Because he needed it, but it was good for what it was. I'm acting
Jason,
like
stop
an American.
having a fake stroke and act normal.
Anyways, let's move on to this guy with the hat that loves Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, before I am
Josh went
this to you. Anyways, I agree with Wyatt hands down. The match should have never been on the pre-show. It should have, you have two of the greatest wrestlers from the 21st century on the pre-show. You could have had any other match on the pre-show, but you chose this one. What a waste. But,
what a waste.
I wasn't, upset with who won. I mean, I kind of hate the shit that they're doing, having, Dominic get, disqualified even though he didn't do anything. Or, because if you saw Miz pretending that Dominic pushed him in the steps or whatever, it just, it's annoying. But, the Saudi Arabia fan base for WWE is different than the U.S. It's they're more recognizable of the top stars like Cena, Triple H, Mysterio, Ronda Rousey, Orton, etc. They're known of the more
Randall, Keith Orton.
But the match was okay. It existed, and I was okay with the winner.
Mr. Jaden Addison.
Well, you guys will be surprised. I actually wanted The Miz to win. Yes, Rey Mysterio is my all-time favorite. I didn't think he was going to win this one, but I'm not even mad about it.
I'm not mad about it either.
Yeah.
But it didn't make sense.
Alright.
It's on the pre-show.
Makes sense.
But anyways, the pyro goes on. This TikTok song.
What you know about rolling down?
No, I meant music song.
What you know about rolling down in the deep when your brain
Yes,
goes
that's the
numb?
song. So
That
Matt-
song's
Well-
been stuck in my head all day.
we
Me
kicked
too.
off the show with Roman Reigns defeating Wyatt's idol and AJ's husband, Bill Goldberg.
Pop up
He's
Goldberg.
gonna be pissed.
Anyways, AJ, let me say his thoughts. I love this match. This is my favorite match of the entire night. I'm surprised of how good it was.
Yeah, that's what's stupid. Goldberg shouldn't have failed. Roman versus BD. Cody Savior. Come on, WWE. This is stupid.
Yeah, but
That's exactly
Roman
AJ.
versus Cesaro. Why did you give it to me?
yeah, but AJ, I can tell he loved the match. It's his favorite match in the entire night. But
I'm guessing he
For
doesn't
real,
know.
though. Here's Lucas. Rowan and Goldberg. Predictable. Surprised that Roman's bitches did not come out. Pretty accurate. But for
Pretty
me,
accurate.
predictable 6-minute match.
6 minutes?
It was 6 minutes.
Yeah.
But, I'm surprised the Usos had not came out, but it is what it is. I wish Goldberg won for AJ, for his husband AJ, though. Hi AJ. Anyways,
Okay, can I share my thoughts on it?
I prefer the King to go first. So King Wyatt, you go.
King, go first.
All right.
You're royalty, so.
I don't have to go first every time, but
I want you to.
my thoughts on the match. I'm sure the match was very short paced and all, but I'm glad that these two have actually got out of the match, especially with the tribal chief and all. But what's gonna happen is, Roman's going on to Mania to fight Lesnar, and with Lesnar, we're gonna get into that later. But
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and then, as all I'm gonna say is, I'm just glad that we got to have the match, and I'm sure it was a good way to start the show. I never watched the match yet, but I'm gonna rewatch it probably tomorrow morning. So.
Sounds good.
Oh my.
I mean, it was very expected for Roman to win, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he might lose it at Mania. Who knows? But anyways, the Five Nights at Freddy's fanboy, you go ahead.
First of all, that's not true. Second of all, anyways, I was very, I was excited that we were finally getting this match. Because if you guys don't remember, during the WrestleMania Pandemic Edition, the original plan was Roman was the Universal Champion at the time.
Right.
And he was supposed to fight Goldberg at Mania because
I remember that, yeah.
But Roman was smart, didn't want to travel during the COVID pandemic because of his health. From
Much
the
respect.
Mania battle.
Right.
And they replaced him with I think it was Braun Strowman, who's now known as Adam Shear on the indie scene. But I was very glad that we were able to get it. The match was a decent match. I didn't expect Goldberg, to come out different because Goldberg's known for wearing, his trademark shorts, but I didn't expect him to come out in a different ring attire. So, the match was solid. It was okay. It could have, it was very short, 6 minutes. And, yeah, it was alright.
Pretty much. Yeah, Jaden, what do you think?
Wasn't expecting the match to be too long. Anyways, yeah, this match was supposed to happen a few years ago, but like we're Roman with COVID, which is reasonable though. But
Pretty much, yeah.
wasn't expecting too much from it.
Yeah.
True. Anyways, let's move on to the Women's Elimination Chamber match for a Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 38. So Bianca Belair defeated Alexa Bliss, Dewdrop, Wyatt's wife, Nikki ASH, and Rhea Ripley. So here's the elimination order. So I believe first eliminated was Nikki ASH. Entered at 1.
Who'd she get eliminated by?
Rhea Ripley by pinfall. And then lasted 6 minutes 20 seconds.
Yep.
The next elimination was Dewdrop, who entered at number 3. Eliminated by Liv Morgan by pinfall. Lasted 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
And
The third elimination, Wyatt, you're going to go apeshit at this. Liv Morgan got eliminated.
Are you fucking goddamn kidding me?
by who?
She entered at 2, eliminated by Alexa Bliss.
Bliss, we gotta talk.
She's getting married. It's over.
You hate to see it. It was by pinfall. Lasted 12 minutes and 10 seconds.
Then Alexa got eliminated by Bianca to win.
Well, the next elimination was Rhea Ripley, who entered at number 4.
Oh, by Bliss, yeah.
Rhea Ripley was eliminated by Bianca Belair
Oh, so it's the other way around.
by pinfall. It lasted 12 minutes 45 seconds.
Yep.
And then last, Alexa Bliss was eliminated. She entered last in the chamber.
Yeah, because she was the mystery.
How long did she last?
She lasted 15 minutes 45 seconds.
The chamber was only 15 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off.
Yeah, man.
Yep. And then Bianca won. So that was the elimination order. For the match itself, first off, here's Lucas. Better than the men's, and hopefully Bianca can win. I had a feeling, but I would rather have Alexa, honestly. You know what? Same here. I mean, I'm okay with Bianca winning, but I would rather prefer Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
So you know what? The match, it wasn't too bad. I kind of enjoyed that more than the men's, but we'll get to the men's later. Yeah, Josh, you can go first this time.
Honestly, from what I saw in the match, it was a solid match. I wanted Alexa or Liv to win because, one, honestly, this was the hype up. If you guys remember seeing those videos on Raw with her being in that room with the psychiatrist.
That therapy.
With therapy and stuff. That was the lead up to her come back to the ring. And that was a nice way. I like what WWE did with that. They teased her, not just giving her a match on a main show. They teased her come back to be at a pay-per-view. And that's what's up. And I really, do appreciate them doing that. But, you know what?
I was expecting her to go back to the Goddess, but I'm surprised it didn't happen.
It was the Goddess, but it was kind of in a new era. Because if you saw in the Titantron, she didn't have, the creepy eyes and stuff. But I was very happy to see Bliss back in the ring.
I was hoping to see the old theme song.
Yeah. I was very happy to see Bliss come back, healthy, very ready to go. Hopefully she gets a match at Mania. She's one of my favorites, so I gotta support her. But I was not mad with the result. Bianca Belair winning, the thing with her is it's a mix. She was the Superstar of the Year for the women through the pandemic / Thunderdome era. She really had a great year since WrestleMania, winning the title from bitchy Sasha Banks. And, we all hate Becky, pretty much. Overrated fucking troll. And no one deserves this more than Bianca and Liv. Liv, I would have liked to see Liv win because Liv's been through so much, but they're just burying her in the grave. It's sad because Liv Morgan's such great talent. He's been fucked over twice. But I'll be fine if Bianca takes the title off Becky at Mania. But it was a solid chamber match. But I just felt like Dewdrop, that was just one of the most boring entrants, as well as Nikki ASH. What did they do to be in that match? You could have put 2 other women in there, in my opinion. But, what are you going to do? Solid match. I enjoyed it.
All right. Jaden?
I recently wanted Alexa Bliss to win, but obviously that didn't happen. I'm okay with Bianca winning though, but I'm seeing online people have an issue with Bianca winning though, but I don't.
Same. King.
Oh my God, where the fuck do I even begin? That was
that's
probably this chamber match probably sounds worse than Shayna Baszler's chamber match. But I'm gonna tell you, the only you had to really destroy Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan. Why the fuck did Doudrop fight Becky at the fucking Rumble in the first place? I thought you were doing that to build up Liv Morgan to WrestleMania. Because this is AJ. Liv Morgan, she should be built up more.
Yeah, we're gonna see what you least.
Hey Jaden, can you lower that, please?
What?
Yeah, there was a little bit of background noise. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you have AJ telling that Liv Morgan should be built up more, which she should. You know, I thought this was gonna be her fucking journey to go to WrestleMania. You know what's next for her? Lower mid-card level. It's fucking gone. You have fucking Bianca Belair winning that fucking chamber, which last year was her fucking year, and she accomplished a lot. This is supposed to be Liv Morgan's year, god damn it. Why didn't Alexa Bliss win? Why? That would have been a good win. That would have got her to WrestleMania, but no. The only reason you have fucking Bianca Belair winning is because she got squashed at SummerSlam. Let's wait, put it. That's the only reason you're going to do it. Becky and Bianca fight at Mania. Bianca wins the title. That ends it all. This is how WrestleMania is going to be pointless. This match can go fuck itself.
Mm-hmm.
I am not happy about it.
Yeah, so we all win here, guys? Alright. So anyways, let's move on to this next match. The baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, and Naomi defeated Charlotte Flair and WWE official Sonya Deville. This was a tag team match, and what the fuck was this part of the match? Ronda Rousey had to wrestle with one arm tied behind her back.
Did she actually?
That actually happened. Yeah, Sonya Deville abusing her powers.
Yeah, because she had a fake injury, god damn it. That's why I really like Sonya.
Yeah. I'd rather have Adam Pearce as the official only.
Oh, I'd rather have Adam Pearce had his arm tied to his back.
Yeah. Well, anyways, how about you, Wyatt? You go first this time.
Honestly, the match was probably very solid. You know, I mean, it makes sense for Charlotte and Sonya Deville to team up because, Deville is Charlotte Flair's mouthpiece. What have you done to Charlotte Flair's title reign? Nothing.
Simply nothing.
Nothing. And you know what? As much as you saw it tonight, I fucking pray to God that Ronda Rousey beats Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. I really didn't care about this match. And people are complaining that Ronda Rousey wore a karate outfit in that match.
Actually, I'll get into more about that outfit.
I didn't really mind it.
And there's a reason why she did that. Because I think she used to do, I forget what that thing is called instead of a karate outfit. What is it called?
I'll tell you when I'll go.
No, Josh, you can tell me now.
All right.
Actually, you're up next, Josh. Go ahead.
All right. So basically what she was wearing, if you guys did not know, Ronda Rousey used to be in the UFC, and she used to do what is called judo. It's another way of karate. It's another form of karate. Because there's a lot of different styles of the martial arts thing that you learn. But honestly, this match was so boring. It was so, I I was only happy to see Ronda Rousey. That was the only thing I was excited for. I mean,
Pretty much.
the tag team of Naomi and Ronda Rousey just came out of nowhere, but I guess it's a build-up to WrestleMania for Ronda and Charlotte. Kind of like, oh, we're going to have this match, and then you two are going to have your Mania match, and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, this match just existed. I did like the fact that Ronda Rousey wore her judo outfit, which was a great homage to what she used to do. And yeah, I really don't have much to say.
Jaden, go ahead. And you're muted, by the way.
Jaden.
Oh, there you are.
Wasn't really expecting much. I'm glad to see Ronda and Naomi get the W.
You know what? Same here. The match, I don't really care much for it, but all I'm happy to see is Ronda Rousey because I love Ronda Rousey.
I mean, who doesn't? Yeah.
For Lucas's thoughts, he says he doesn't care. He kept it short and sweet. Not the match. I don't really care.
Yeah.
As well, I only care about the outcome. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got Drew McIntyre, wrestler guy, defeating Madcap Moss. This is the Falls Count Anywhere match. Start off with Lucas's thoughts here. He says it was alright. Hope Madcap is okay though. You know what? Same here. The match was okay. I'll agree with Lucas here. It was okay. It wasn't too bad, but the winner was obvious, and hopefully Madcap's okay. And Jaden, you go ahead.
All right. Yeah, Jaden.
I'm gonna have to agree with what Lucas said. I'm keeping mine short. But Madcap Moss is okay.
Wyatt, King Wyatt.
I'm telling you, that match should have just been a 2-on-1 handicap match, to be exact. I mean, there were actually decent matches. I remember me and the crew were actually watching that match. I'm gonna tell you, that Alabama slam when Madcap landed literally snapped his neck. We were all like, "Ooh!"
That was brutal.
Yeah. That was too brutal. Like,
yeah.
People were like, who the fuck is Madcap Moss? I'm like, Riddick Moss.
Yeah, who is Madcap Moss?
Who is
Riddick
Madcap Moss? Like, just watching this match, like, people were complaining, that Drew claymored him with the sword in his hand, and Drew had his foot on top. It was like, oh, that's a dumb way to end that match, which it's kind of dumb for him to end that match anyways. But I did like Drew's gear with the green on it. I thought that should have just been Drew's WrestleMania gear, in my opinion. But we'll see. But definitely a really good match. I mean, I think the match was okay.
Yeah.
It just feels weird to have Drew versus Madcap, which they're building it up to. Drew versus Corbin at Mania. So.
Yep. And finally,
Drew got the win.
There goes the iPad, and finally, Big Josh.
Okay. Honestly, this match, oh my god. This match should have been the pre-show match. This should have been the pre-show match.
No, not Drew McIntyre on the pre-show.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No. Anyway, that should have been a 2-on-1 handicap match. I agree. That should have been a 2-on-1 handicap match. We already knew Madcap was already going to get his ass kicked from the start of the match to the finish. Honestly, it was a no-brainer that Drew was going to win. The thing that was like, what the fuck was the point of the sword in your hand to help you? What is the sword going to magically help you do the Claymore kick? Bro, you've done the Claymore kick by yourself as the champion of the company.
Claymore Country.
honestly, I love Drew McIntyre no matter what. I think he's awesome. But seriously, Drew, your Angela the Sword is not gonna help you do the Claymore. You can do it without your sword. I get you love your sword, but it's not gonna help you. It's cool, but it was an okay match. Why did it exist? I don't know. I did like Drew's gear though.
Yeah, so did everybody go here?
Yep.
Next up, we got Becky Lynch, Rebecca Quinn, defeating WWE Hall of Famer Amy Christine Dumas, Lita, in all seriousness. And it was a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I'm gonna start out with Lucas's thoughts here. According to him, it was match of the night. Lita still got it, and she really impressed me, and stole the show against Becky. And I was proud. Now because Becky as champion, she's just basically a less famous Roman.
Ooh, that
So-
explains everything.
So you know what? I'll say this. It was a good match. I kind of enjoyed the match. Lita still got it. Becky, she can go fuck herself.
Pretty much.
And yeah, Lita was just the highlight of this match. I knew she wasn't gonna win anyways, but she was close to winning at some points of the match. And Josh, you raising your hand. So how about you go first?
Yes. Honestly, I agree. Lita still has got it in her. I was impressed. She can still wrestle. I am not lying. She can still wrestle, and it's true. Honestly, the way they put Becky over, you knew it was obvious. It was a freaking obvious answer that Becky was gonna retain, but it was kind of a nice way to send Lita back home, because this was a one-time thing, all that other stuff. So, yeah, it was a solid contest. I mean, I agree it was one of the matches of the night, besides the Chamber. But, yeah, fuck Becky. Anyway.
Jaden?
I have much respect for Lita, but I wasn't expecting her to win anyway.
All right. Finally, the best king in the world, Wyatt.
Alright. This match was very obvious. Becky retained because, why are they gonna have Lita win the title? It was cool, but, Becky was easily gonna retain this match. Fuck Becky. I feel like she's kind of ruined Lita's career, but, and that was good. Of course, Lita had to, approach to Saudi's fans and get emotional because there was someone in the crowd that had a sign that said, "Jeddah loves Lita."
Yeah.
But I'm glad Lita at least had a match there. So, but as of that, I really don't care.
Yeah. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event. As quote Mark Henry on Rampage.
That's
But-
right.
Yeah, time for the men's Elimination Chamber match. Wyatt's daddy, Brock, became the new WWE champion,
Again.
beating Bob Lash and Alan Jones,
AJ.
Austin Theory, Matthew Riddle,
That actually is his real name.
and Colby Lopez.
Seth Rollins. We can't say their real names.
Wrestler guys.
Anyways.
This was an Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
Starting off with Mr. Luke Atencio.
Lucas.
Predictable as shit. Honestly, I didn't care. Brock is Brock. I hope he loses. Honestly, I never understand him. Honestly, but my respect for Austin Theory is off the roof after the bumps he took, and the way that Seth and Alan Jones looked pissed me off. And that's how you really treat your top stars? Like, come on, bro. Hope Bobby's okay though. And yeah. Jaden, you go ahead.
Bobby's fine.
We all knew Brock was gonna win, so I'm not even mad.
Yeah.
I
Josh.
found it hilarious at the end with him and Austin Theory.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, Josh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was, kind of not surprised, but I was not expecting them to put the title on Brock at the same time. But I had a second, my first thought in mind is like, Brock's going to win, but I want Bobby to retain. But once they said they had no plans for him for WrestleMania, but that might be a swerve once I get into what I will get into after. But honestly, I'm happy that Brock's champion again, but at the same time, I'm not because, what was the point? He lost it at the Rumble just to win it back at the pay-per-view a month later, at the Chamber. But Austin Theory, man, I give that man a lot of credit for being one of the final two. Eliminating all the top stars, AJ, but you have Austin Theory as the last, guy to face Lesnar. But I agree, that's how you treat your top talent. Like, come on. But I hope Bobby's okay. Took a nasty shot with the plexiglass from what I was reading from WWE. Whew. It was that bump that Austin Theory took. Oh man, that was terrible.
It could have been worse. Imagine if he was suplex from the top of the pod. Ooh.
Yep. But you know what? The plan I was thinking about was you're going to have Roman and Brock, champion versus champion at Mania, again for the third time in a row. You're also gonna have this point of view. Now, Bobby, they can swerve, have Roman versus Lesnar versus Lashley, and make it a triple threat match for title versus title or whatever. Just have a triple threat match in general. But I felt like if there was no champion match on like WrestleMania, it would make sense. But if that happens between Roman, Lashley, and Lesnar, I'd be down to see that happen. But honestly, the men's sucked. The women's was literally better than that shit. So the way they treated the top stars was awful.
Yeah, this men's chamber match was not the best.
No.
Yeah, so the way you treated the top stars was stupid. Like Brock doing that to the top talent was.
It was a repeat of the
stupid.
Royal Rumble 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll keep my thoughts short and sweet here. Not the best chamber match. The women's one was better.
Oh.
Well, at least for me. Right. So, Wyatt, go ahead.
Oh boy. I mean, I am happy Brock's champ again, but it really, Bobby Lashley. I knew Bobby Lashley was gonna have a title reign, which it didn't make. There was no reason to even have the title on him. It really pissed me off that Bobby Lashley never had a chance to actually get eliminated in the chamber match. But and what did Seth? Let's see. What did Seth, AJ do, and Riddle do in the chamber? Nothing.
They didn't do
That's
shit.
why if Brock eliminated the first two, he's getting everyone else out. Like, I'm happy to see Brock Lesnar in a chamber match. Like, this shows how dominant Brock Lesnar really is. But,
Yep.
I mean, I really enjoyed all the spots in it. I was pretty much laughing during this chamber match because it was so predictable because Saudi Arabia loves Brock Lesnar. But I'm going to tell you, my favorite spot, Brock would have killed him. F5ing Austin Theory on top of the pod, landing on the hard steel. I thought Theory would have been dead. If it happened to me, I would have been dead. But I thought that was cool to see, though. But Austin Theory, I think with him, the selfie gimmick is actually a really good gimmick, in my opinion.
It is.
It is. I thought
agree.
it was kind of funny, him doing the selfies with Styles in the pod for an example.
Yeah,
But,
and their expressions were mad funny too.
Like, it kind of pissed me off when Rollins powerbombed Theory through the pod and Lashley there. Like, Lashley, like, dude, the pods are made out of fucking plastic. The chamber matches with Lesnar, Belair winning, that shows that's a Saudi show for you. That's a Saudi show right for you.
Yeah.
But as we see it, Brock's WWE champ again. So predictable. It's going to be him and Roman at Mania, champion versus champion, title unification, and Roman's going to get the titles.
Yep.
That's what it's looking like.
Roman's not been WWE champion before, so it's something new to him.
He's been WWE champion before. What you talking about?
Yeah, I said that. No, I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm going to say.
So, anyways, let's get to the ratings. For me, I'll give this like probably a 7. I mean, there's some good at least, but overall it's not really the best.
Right.
So Omar actually was able to share his rating and standouts to me. Unfortunately, he can't make it this episode. He has work in the morning since it's late at night right here. So he gave this a 9. Seems like he enjoyed it for the most part. And he said the show was decent. He liked the tag team match with Ronda and Naomi, and he likes the men's Elimination Chamber.
We actually forgot one match, but it didn't really happen. It was the Usos and the Viking Raiders, but I guess it wasn't really a match. They really just attacked them.
It wasn't really a match. Let's not count that match.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, match standouts for me. I'll say, I like the Women's Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah.
And Becky Lynch defeating Lita. That was cool. The Falls Count Anywhere match, I kind of enjoyed that. So overall, this show was just, it was okay. Decent. So anyways, Lucas gives it a 5 out of 10. He said it was mid, and he would not recommend that show. I would not recommend the show either.
Yeah. What's your rating, Jason?
I gave it a 7 already.
7?
Anyways, Josh, since you're already talking, how about you go?
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Yeah. Honestly, it wasn't the best chamber we've gotten. I mean, the move to Saudi Arabia, I think it kind of slowed it down a little bit, but honestly, let's see. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't the best. I wouldn't recommend it. Honestly, some of the matches, weren't that good. My standouts for me were the Women's Elimination Chamber and the Becky and Lita match, even though Becky pisses me off every single Monday and every single pay-per-view. But yeah, 6 out of 10 from me.
Do you have any matches that you liked?
I said the Lita and Becky match
okay.
and the
Alright.
Women's Chamber match. And
That's
I'll
great.
say probably the... Yeah, those are the only two that I really enjoyed.
All right. Wyatt, you go ahead.
My rating is a 5.
Do you have any match standouts or no?
Probably just Brock's match.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I seem to enjoy Roman and Goldberg, and I did let's see, Drew and Madcap.
Okay. So would you recommend the show for people to watch it again?
No.
No. All right. So yeah, Jaden, you're up next.
I'll give this show an 8 out of 10. I would not recommend this to anybody.
What matches did you enjoy?
I really enjoyed the Miz and Rey Mysterio in the Women's Chamber match.
All right. So since I shared Lucas and Omar's thoughts, since those two can't make it, let's just move on to the outros. Let's end this off here. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, the fastest wrestling podcast in professional wrestling today. We hope you all enjoyed our review on the Elimination Chamber event that happened in Saudi. It was the first time that the chamber was taken to internationally. So, our next episode, correct me if I'm wrong here, it's WWE Bragging Rights 2010.
That's right.
After that is the Extreme Rules 2018 pay-per-view, at which you can subscribe to Crash and Burn. Upcoming episodes for the Mojcast, the loudest podcast in all of music, which you can catch the 4 of us in this episode on. Next album reviews, Disgusting by a Beartooth, which is our great friend Maddie's favorite band. Shout out to Maddie, by the way.
Shout out to Maddie.
A great person. After that, we're hopping back to some deathcore with Lorna fucking Shore. I'm gonna lose my head that episode. So it is their 2017 album Flesh Coffin. So you can look forward to those on the Moshcasts. For Cinematic Analysis, our movie review podcast, which you can also catch us on. We will finally get to the review of My Buddy Valentine 2009. So I can't wait to finally review that since it was delayed 2 times. But at least it's happening. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Jaden, go ahead.
You can catch me on the podcast which you just mentioned, and you also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is in the description below. You can find my Instagram name also in the description below, and follow me on TikTok at Jaden314.
That's right, man. All right. Wyatt, go ahead.
Thank you for watching. Hope you can watch this episode here on Peacock. And I'm going to go to sleep and go to bed because I'm tired.
Same.
Yeah, so Josh, you can close it out, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching this long and exhausting, sarcastic review.
It wasn't that long.
No, because I'm saying everybody's tired.
Oh,
I'm just saying
right.
that just because.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching the fastest rising podcast in professional wrestling, Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed our review of the shitty Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia. That's what I'll say. You guys can catch me, on Twitch at Josh's Toy Show NYC. You can catch me on my YouTube channel, which is in the description below. You also can catch me on all 3 podcasts with these amazing people as well. Be sure to follow everybody on this podcast on their socials from all three podcasts. And yeah, stay tuned for Bragging Rights 2010. Stay tuned for the next Moshcast episodes, which Jason mentioned earlier. Stay tuned for My Bloody Valentine on our movie podcast, the Cinematic Analysis podcast, which you guys can find new episodes every Sunday, which we record them. And
Unless we delay them.
Yeah, unless we delay them. That's the thing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the chamber. If you did not, whatever, be sure to look forward to more wrestling. Enjoy wrestling. Eat, sleep, breathe wrestling. Repeat, as Brock Lesnar would say.
That is the facts.
And remember, keep crashing and burning. Keep moshing. Keep living life like a movie star. I'll say that for a change. And we will see you guys on all three of our podcasts in our next episodes. The Assassin's out.
That's right.
And one more thing, before we end this off, you guys can catch me on Twitch playing some games. Be sure to hit me with that follow. I'm trying to reach 60 followers, so if you can get me to 60 followers, I will shout out those very people next episode.
That's right. Anyways, guys, you have a good one, and we'll see you next.
Long live Pop Smoke.
That's right, and remember, America. And rock on, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.
Crash and burn!